Hey there, welcome back to the channel. This is AV News. Today we're diving into the latest sound transmission technology. Could it be the end of good old headphones? A new project of Space Center Houston, a walk on the moon with a Hollywood legend. What technologies are behind it? The freshest Spotify feature just rolled out in some countries. How it might change the way we listen forever. The visible trends and future of the AV market during trade wars and rising tariff tension. And finally, life-saving AV tech now installed in the United States fighter jets. If you're into audio, video, or just love hearing about important and crazy stuff, you're in the right place. I'm Slavan Nesmiyanov, and let's get into it. State-of-the-art private listening technology is announced recently. A research team at Penn State has made that possible. They've created what they call audible enclaves, a new word in sound wave localization, small private sound zones only you can hear. Imagine listening to your favorite band without headphones and without anyone else hearing it. How does it work? Two ultrasonic beams travel on a curved path. They slightly differ in frequency, and difference creates audible spot where the beams meet. That spot becomes your personal sound bubble. Stand inside it and you hear the music or a voice, but the people around you will hear only silence. The beams can be curved and carefully positioned by special 3D printed sound lenses. So probably private listening will soon be possible anywhere, in cars, classrooms, or even outdoors. Yoon Jin, a lead researcher, calls it a virtual headset. Let's listen the sample researchers recorded inside of their audio enclave. Not perfect, but you get the idea. And here's how it sounded near the sweet spot. Absolutely no sound. Right now it works at short distance and the volume is pretty low. With more power, the range and loudness could grow. So next time you want to hear something privately, you might need no headphones at all. From cutting-edge experiments to a journey that's truly out of this world. What if you could walk on the moon with Tom Hanks? The Moonwalkers is not just a documentary, it's fully immersive space experience. It puts you right in the middle of humankind's most incredible journey and the one still to come. Now playing at the Space Center Houston, this one-of-a-kind documentary combines the Apollo missions with the new Artemis program. Narrated and co-written by Tom Hanks, it features restored NASA footage, original voice documents and a powerful score. All of it is projected in massive scale, from floor to ceiling, and surround sound makes you feel every launch. To make it happen, Houston rebuilt their entire theater. They installed a 215-foot wraparound screen, a fleet of Panasonic projectors, PTRQ-35 and PTRQ-25. Together, they deliver 60 million pixels of perfectly aligned visuals. And sound system JBL B28 installed in the Space Center's theater is powerful enough to shake your seat. As Tom Hanks said about Moonwalkers,
you can't just say because it's the words that you're hearing. And you can't just say it's only the image. And you can't just say it's this phenomenal score. It's that playing of it all together.
You always wanted to go to the moon? If you're near Houston, this is the closest you can get there without a spacesuit. Okay, back to Earth, where having a whole library in your pocket is now easier than ever. This is exactly what the newest Spotify feature just delivered. Starting today, Spotify is expanding its audiobooks section. And yes, it's a game changer for premium listeners. From bestsellers to cult favorites, classics to thrillers in German, French and Italian, Spotify premium users now get 12 hours of audiobook listening every month. If you're a free user, you can still purchase titles individually. Aside of the content, here's a bunch of new features they test in a few countries. Smart recommendations, bookmarking, and of course a sleep timer. In spite of some people didn't love how audiobooks worked in Spotify before, now it looks like the company wants audiobooks to be easier to find, more personal and just something you listen to every day, like music or podcasts. Some big changes could be coming to the electronics world, and not in a good way.
We want to make our chips and semiconductors and other things in our country.
We're talking about the tiny chips that power everything, from TVs and smartphones to cameras, light panels and smart homes. Details are still fuzzy, but whether new tariffs hit or not, prices on gear already spiking. Everyday stuff also get more expensive. Trump says we have to have flexibility, meanwhile confusion is everywhere. The wildest swings since COVID pandemic already forced key brands to react. Crestron Audio Pro has raised prices. Brands like Cambridge Audio, LG and Yamaha say no hikes for now, but none of them are making promises. Netgear claims even slight bump in chip cost could force them to raise retail prices by 50%. The markets aren't happy. Too much back and forth. Too much uncertainty. If these new tariffs roll out, we definitely should expect higher prices, more global tension and rocky road ahead for both companies and consumers. Exciting upgrade news coming from the United States Air Force. F-16 fighter jets are getting spatial audio system. Yeah, like in your AirPods, but now it's a life-saving feature. Instead of locking in on a Netflix scene, it locks in on missile threads. A big difference. The Air Force just signed a $9 million deal with Danish company Therma. They're putting 3D audio systems into F-16 helmets, not because jet pilots needed even more fun, but because binaural tech could actually save lives. So what does it actually do? The system gives pilots 1.5 extra seconds to react, and in the sky seconds can mean survival. Pilots hear a threat alert, but instead of just beeping in mono, the sound comes from the exact direction. It also helps untangle the audio chaos in a cockpit. Separating the tower voice from your wingman mumbling gives more clarity. No more audio soup, everything is positioned in 3D space. The system can also track the helmet position. So when the pilot turns head, the system repositioning every sound source accordingly. So it's way easier to process the situation under pressure. This kind of tech came from the movies and gaming, Dolby, THX, that kind of stuff. And now it's in fighter jets. Let me know what you think about this crossover. That was another week in AV. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe for more AV news, and see you in the next one.